This is a pretty straightforward fight from the look of things. Only 15 enemy units. And I believe this is either the same as a map that we've seen in the past, or very similar. And I think the map that this is the one where we killed Lenato. I think he was right here. So, most enemies have less than 20 attack. I think the boss may have 19, 14. Okay. And they're only somewhere around level 8. So this is a step down from the content we just cleared. This should be a massacre. But even with that being the case, that's no excuse to get reckless and careless.
I'm on it.
What should I do?
Ready.
I'll cut through.
Saw that coming.
Stay focused.
I'll give it my all.
We'll position our long-range units slightly behind the
Here
front line.
Here we go.
Easy.
Yeah! That went as expected.
So obvious.
Easy.
Predictable. So obvious.
Be gone.
I like how this feels.
He didn't get strength or speed, but he got almost everything else, so that's still a pretty good level up. I suppose I could break ranks, ruin my formation, but I think it's better to observe it and just march through.
Should I have held back?
Yeah, the swordsman can't reach me. The archer can. That's fine. I'll pull the meter back.
No hesitation.
Another crit from Byleth.
That is that.
Saw it coming.
So, I think I'm going to deploy in a somewhat realistic formation. And actually form a battle line of all my infantry and then all my archers behind them. Sort of shield them from this direction, which most of the enemies will be coming from. By just having a really long line, so that in order for them to flank, they'll have to go around into the side through like this forest or this rock probably as I march this way. And that should force the enemy into a situation which very heavily favors me.
You're out of luck.
So since this one is in a bush, I'm going to use the tried and true method of blasting him with wind. Of course, magic is not realistic in the least, but if it were part of the setting, I imagine using it in that way would be fairly realistic.
Luck wasn't with you.
I'll deploy Ingrid down here to sort of guard the wings.
Thanks.
And then I'll send Dimitri around and flank him.
You never had a chance.
And then I can pull back since I have superior mobility.
I aim for greatness.
Now, I could have attacked in melee with Sylvain there, but I'm going to hold him in a line like this because as long as the enemy can't flank you, they'll only get to attack you in melee from one direction because there's only one tile that's available. They're not going to be able to get behind me, they'll only be able to get in front of me. And that effectively limits the damage intake. Our healers will be perfectly safe back here. I could even leave Mercedes further back and heal with Physic, but that's overkill. It's not necessary to worry about that in this case.
It's over.
Another crit from Byleth.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
I must steel myself.
I'll move Byleth first. That way she'll get an experience bonus.
I did what I had to.
Too easy. Thank you. Sorry.
Now, as you can see, I have a lot more frontliners than I do of ranged units, ready to back up and support those with damage. And hopefully I'll be able to recruit some new students soon, so that we can sort of balance this formation and march through a whole bunch more chapters with it successfully.
Predicted.
It'd probably be better if I put Byleth in a more central position so we can give 2 people the bonus experience instead of just 1. So Curve Shot does seem to add 1 to the range. It gives you 2 to 4 if you have the 1 to 3 from Archer class, which is really nice. Anyway, I could probably just sit here and watch my formation obliterate the enemy.
As expected. Such power dwells within?
That was a good level up. So the one threat to the formation is if they go towards the end, they might be able to get to the second line, but usually if they start the turn that way, you'll have plenty of time to pull in someone to clean things up and take control of their flanking maneuver. Basically repel it.
Next time, bring your friends.
Although if they have very high mobility and they have a whole like cavaliers or flyers, they might be able to outflank you. And in that case, you might have to use more like a square formation, something that protects 2 sides or even 3.
I won, naturally.
So it looks like there's an axe tournament going on. I don't know if I'll get a chance to explore during next week, and if this battle triggers automatically, or if I have to actually explore and go to Juritz's room in order to trigger the battle during an exploration period. I expect it'll happen automatically, but I guess we'll find out. And we get to A.
I appreciate your efforts. I have deepened my understanding.
Oh, B plus is between B and A, actually.
This could be useful. Maybe. This could be... I've learned a lot.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give Mercedes some reason magic ability.
Now I feel like I'm getting somewhere. Nope. Nope. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Professor. I'm a natural.
Evan has a C in heavy armor. Ingrid has a C as well. And Dedu has a B. So I don't think there's any need to swap Ingrid for Sylvain in the group tasks yet. But if he falls way behind, it might be better to swap him out for her.
Did you want something? I see. If you have the time, then please assist me. I am to water the flowers in the greenhouse. Thank you. Only do not water the ones in that corner. They are from Dusker. They require a dry environment. The roots will rot otherwise. I know enough.
A riveting conversation.
I owe you a debt of gratitude. In both the extracurricular activities here at the Academy and on the battlefield, your presence has been instrumental in the defense of His Highness. You have my sincerest thanks. To me, it is not nothing. Was there something else you wanted? Then please, excuse me.
You there, youngster. Won't you listen to this old man's troubles? I was born and raised right here in this town. I spent my whole life here. My daughter lives in the Empire, and she sent me a letter to ask if I was keeping up with my daily worship.
Well, hello there, Professor. Is this a friend of yours? Is that so? I was sure you two knew each other. Is there something we can do for you, good sir?
Oh, what a lovely young lady. I was just telling this kind soul a story.
Really? What's troubling you?
Well, I was thinking of going to daily prayer, but my leg's been acting up and I can't walk properly.
How terrible. That's no good at all. May I be of assistance? I'd be happy to lend a shoulder and escort you to the chapel.
Would you? Oh, I'd be most grateful to you. Thank the goddess for sending this young lady to me today.
We'll need your help too, Professor. Here, sir, take my arm. Splendid work, Professor. He really seemed to appreciate our assistance. Putting a smile on someone's face always seems to brighten up the day. Is something wrong? You're giving me a strange look. Oh, how should I put this? I suppose it's just second nature to me. It's difficult to describe, but I can usually tell when someone is worried about something. Back there, I could tell that both you and the old man were in distress. I spent a good amount of my life living in the church. Maybe that's why I'm so good at identifying these things? Did I not mention that before? I spent nearly 10 years of my life in the Church of Fargus. Many came to us with their troubles. In my own time of need, I once ran to the church myself, and they helped me. May I share something with you, Professor? It's about a dream of mine. I'd like to work in the church one day. I want to be like the priest who helped me. Never mind. It's not a very realistic dream. Please forget I said anything. If I were someone else, perhaps a commoner without a crest or stature, maybe things would be different. It's a bit sad, but this is the way things have to be. After all, only the goddess can decide our fates.
Mercedes is really nice, which makes me suspicious of her, because it might all be a ruse to throw off suspicion, you know? But it could be that she's that nice. But I can't let the silly idea that she might be an assassin out to kill Dimitri go.
We did well enough.
It's all coming together.
Swordbreaker, that'll be useful.
It's in my grasp.
So this is how it's done.
And we do have a couple B pluses coming up now.
Well done. You have my thanks.
One year higher. Okay. So we still have some room before we have to worry about advanced classes, and it's going to be from level 30 and above for master classes. I guess we should look at what the master classes are. Oh, an advanced wyvern. Swords and magic, mortal savant. Looks like we have a armor knight, paladin hybrid, great knight, maybe. Yeah, great knight. I wonder if that uses riding skill or heavy armor skill. Or both. Ooh, Bow Knight. Yeah, that's probably a really good class that I'll want to give most of the archers on my team. Dark Knight or Mage Knight? Probably Dark Mage Knight because it's black magic. If it's a hybrid class which uses both strength and magic, it probably isn't going to be that good because while you have the tactical flexibility to target an enemy's weaker defense, you need the stats to back it up or else it doesn't really pan out. And not many units tend to have equal growth in magic and strength. But I guess if I had just the right unit in mind, it would work out alright. Looks like we have a mounted white mage. Something like a Valkyrie. And axe and hand-to-hand. That would be the upgrade of the grappler, I imagine. It has an awful lot of horse favoritism up here. 4 of the, 7 classes are horse-based? I wonder if the female classes are any. Oh, they do get Pegasi. And it looks like they also get a magical class, the Gremory, which is unique to females. And men get Grappler class and... Is that all for master classes? It might be. Yeah, so I'm still short on intermediate skills, and I don't see any way to get them. Might as well check the shop once more. Out of stock. Could explore and eat a meal and get some motivation back. Could I battle? It looks like I'm allowed to battle. I was always worried that this 1 point would vanish. And it seems like you just keep refilling it every week, instead of you only get 1 per month. It's probably beneficial to grind experience, but it also makes things potentially a little bit too easy. I don't think I need to do it, and it also, you know, makes the game take a little bit longer to get through. So I think we'll do exploration. Build up a little bit of motivation. Try to build up maybe some land strikes for Byleth as well.
That looks appetizing.
Yeah, you just get it, Professor. This is my favorite.
Professor!
I think Byleth will also need bow ranks for Bernadetta.
What brings you here? I'm taking a break. Is this about Flame? You find me suspicious. But that heart.
No.
Hey there, Professor. Did you want to... What? Me? Abduct Flame? No, that's...
Did you hear about Flame? Some of what? What would make you suspect him? I see.
Because of Flame's disappearance, but we haven't found a single... What's that? She was carrying something. I'm not...
Miss Flane's where we do not. I am. Well, hopefully I can lay your suspicions. I was. If it, the net is.
I think that is everyone who can instruct us in this. I still have some time left, so...
Young What? Who would suspect a lad? However...
I still have much to learn.
Why, thank you so much. How warm. Yeah. Yeah. That was a lovely cup of...
We still don't know where Flame is, but we can't give up. Not until she's found.
Professor! Your Highness! I just heard a scream in Professor Yuritsa's quarters.
Yuritsa. Ah, the combat professor with the mask. He has always been rather suspicious. We must hurry.
Isn't that... Professor Manuela!
Professor Manuela! Please wake up! Professor Manuela!
She's still breathing, but she needs medical attention immediately.
Look! Do you see Professor Manuela's hand? It's like she's pointing at something.
I see it, behind that shelf. Could it be a secret passage?
What is the meaning of... Wait, is that Manuela? What happened here? We must take her to the infirmary immediately. You, don't just stand there. Help me carry her.
Of course. I'll return shortly, Professor.
Do you think this is related to Flame's disappearance?
What should we do, Professor?
It looks dark. Dark in there. Oh, you've always been scared of dark places, haven't you, Annie? But don't worry. The professor and I will protect you.
There are sounds coming from within. If we're going to investigate, now is the time.
We'll be okay, I'm sure of it. Are you ready, Professor? What is this place? It's so... Ah! I see someone. I think they're unconscious.
Yes, I see Flame. But who is this other person?
Professor! Someone's coming from farther in. That Scythe. Is that the knight who attacked the Holy Mausoleum?
That sword. You must be. One of us will die. The other will live. I will enjoy this dance of damnation.
Well, I hope the Reaper Knight hasn't leveled up very much. Because if his stats are the same as they were, he'll still be pretty scary. Let's take a look. There he is. He has. He's leveled up 4 times. But luckily, it's still pretty much the same stats. He's just got a little bit more defense, speed, and he does 2 more damage. His crit is still insanely high. His attack speed is 17. Oh boy. Well, this will be an interesting one. So if you want to see how this goes down, look for it in the next video.